She said, she'll take me anywhere, she'll take me anywhere, as long as she stays with me. She said, she'll take me anywhere, she'll take me anywhere, as long as I stay queen. Yes, yes, Molly's lips. Yes, yes, Molly's lips. Yes, yes, Molly's lips. Yes, yes, Molly's lips.
Mi amo mi Matt.
Me llamo Calico.
Reyes de Reyes, AAA.
See?
And next couple weeks, I thought it was only 2 nights, but
Yeah. We gotta talk about the four-way, the finals of the REYES tournament. Santos Escobar, both the Grande Americanos, the original, and the the replacement, whatever you want to call it, and Antarctica.
yeah, see.
And then, of course, Dom versus Vikingo for the Avion Mega de Triple. I think it says it. Triple A Mega Championship, anyways. Open challenge from Flavor? By Flavor?
Yes.
So, it's going to be an interesting show.
Yeah, I know we talked about that as well. We don't know who's going to be the challenger,
Yeah.
but it's just like Summer Sizzle in Japan.
Right.
It seems to be a lot of nights. Well, we thought it was 2 nights, but you said how many weeks?
I thought it was 2 weeks, but they said at the beginning that it was 3. So this week, we know the next one's the 21st, and then the third one will probably be probably 3rd of April? Or no, 2nd April maybe?
Ah, alright.
Yeah, next 3 weeks.
Well, it's gonna be a hell of a night anyway, so... Buenos momento.
See?
Okay.
And start off the show with Phoenix coming out, and he's talking about how tonight's a special night, and, you know, got Reyes smash and the sword, and, you know, what have you. And, you know, there's a lot of special things that are going to happen. Then he introduces Penta. Penta comes in and he's talking about, you know, there was supposed to be a match with Penta and Phoenix against Rey and, or not, Dom and Vikingo, I think.
Yeah.
And Penta got injured, so Rey Mysterio took his place. And Penta was like, I feel like next time we come back to Puebla, should have the Lucha Brothers, you know, one more time. So, at some point down the line, we'll have Phoenix and Penta tag together. Then Penta was talking about defending the Intercontinental title in Tripoli in Mexico, and, you know, Monday Night Raw. So, and yeah.
Well, Rey Mysterio doesn't really have to translate, but... Anyways, we got Flamer. Looks like we have the open challenge.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, brother. Well, the one who answered the call was Bailey.
Right.
What a match this was.
For the Reign of the Reyes Championship.
Oh yeah.
Bailey That's cool.
Yeah.
And I was saying to Matt, I had seen something where Bailey had, she did an interview, I think it was, and she had talked about having interest in competing in AAA and TNA.
Yeah, that'd be interesting too.
But getting to see her here in AAA, you know, challenge for the REYES Championship. The historical run continues of Flemmer.
Yeah, well,
945 days and counting.
I mean, she had some help, but
Oh yeah, like I said, you know, AAA rules.
that's true as well.
Yeah,
But that was a hell of a match.
yeah.
So, we'll be right back. Well, we have a 4-way match. The Berca, Grande Americano America, Grande Americano German, and Santos Escobar.
Escobar? Santos Escobar.
Yeah.
The winner gets the sword and the challenge for the Mega Championship or the AAA Championship.
That's a cool stipulation.
Yeah.
Oh, since 97, wow.
138 listeners competed, 28 tournaments, 24 individuals come out on top as 4 decades.
Nice. Wow.
Yeah, it is a very cool concept, and, you know, it's been going since 97, the concept of, you know, the sword is really cool.
Yeah.
Swords would be very sacred in Mexico, you know, the Aztecs.
That's right, yeah.
This match should be pretty cool.
Yeah, Santos gave his little fantasma mask to his dad.
Right.
So,
Yeah. A little bit earlier, back an old school thing for him, cheese whiz sandwiches. Probably should have actually done that now, anyways. And, earlier, yesterday, we had some up to the state, because Matt, of course, yesterday when we did the Facebook Live and talked about him being here now for 10 years.
that's right.
And so for tonight, I thought we would have some more
Yes, boy!
Bailey's Espresso Cream. This is really, really good stuff.
Yeah. I will not make a coffee because it's 10.
Yeah, 10:45. We use these glasses that got multiple of these. Matt by tiramisu in these little glasses.
Yeah.
Kept them and figured like I could use them for drinking or a shot or something like this or whatever, or like Bailey's or Di Serrano or whatever.
Yeah. Yes, we did the cheese whiz sandwich. We were gonna do that when we did our look back at year series 93. I grew up with cheese whiz sandwiches because I'm allergic to peanut butter, so we couldn't have peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Have the next best thing. Honestly, it was like a blast from the past. Anyway, there was the Barca. So my cat is shedding her winter skin, so her winter fur rather. So it's the best time to ask for cuddles. Anyway. Oh, I can smell that, dude.
Yeah. So, here's two. Today the Reyes. After a really good start.
Yes, sir.
Congrats to Flammer on your record-making, record-breaking championship reign. We'll see who comes out on top on this match. And, yeah. We'll see also what happens with Dom and Hugh Vikingo.
Yep.
And then, of course, tomorrow we have Revolution.
Yes, sir.
Also want to do a couple of shout-outs to Conan.
Yep.
Wait for it there for a second. He just recently had there's possible talk of maybe him having both of his legs amputated.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate. All the best to him. And talked about this. Facebook Live we did a little bit earlier to I don't remember his name, the guitarist of Motorhead.
Yeah. Phil Campbell.
Phil Campbell that passed away.
Yeah, he's joined with Lemmy, Fast Eddie Clark,
Yeah,
and Phil Taylor.
Right.
So, rock in peace.
indeed.
And here we go.
Yeah,
Nostrovia.
Australia.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Ay caramba.
See, and that was wild.
Yeah?
You know, they're continuing the feud with the Grande Americano, the original Grande Americano, the Parka, and Santos.
Yeah.
With each other. Went against each other for a little bit. There was back and forth, all four of them. Even had the Grandes go over the barricade and fight to the back, and then you have a Grande Americano come back, big help to the ring.
Yeah.
And help toward the barricade. He goes over the barricade, and then you see the original El Grande with Bravo and the other dude. They're handcuffing the original El Grande to the barricade. And it's like, okay, who's going to win? And you see somebody, and like the OG El Hijo de Fantasma mask, you know, grabs the chair from Santos. He's going to use it, hit him in the head with it, and hit him in the arm with it. Don't know who the fuck it was. Being El Grande Americano win.
Yeah.
It's like, okay then.
I mean, we even had Le Parca hit a Plex.
I think that's the first time I've ever heard Matt run out of air doing that.
Yeah.
He's not warmed up.
Not really.
Anyways, yeah.
But I can see Chad Gable and Ludwig Kaiser at WrestleMania.
I think I said this one time. You could have them two in a match. Mask versus mask. Loser must unmask and no longer be a Grande Americano.
As it should be.
Although instead of doing that at WrestleMania, I think it would make more sense to do that at a AAA event.
Like, it was nice to have Ludwig carry on the thing. It was really Chad Gable's, like...
Yeah, Chad Gable's gimmick.
When he got injured, that should have been it, but... whatever.
You mean, I feel like because it was so early on in the... Chad Gable was doing the gimmick.
Yeah.
Got injured, it was like, okay, we can't just, kill off, or can't just, freeze out the gimmick, if you will, for a couple months or whatever until Chad is healed, and then, do something more, like, reintroduce a Grande Americano and go from there. It's like, we need to keep it going, so they got Ludwig to do it.
Yeah. This might be another event somehow.
Possibly. We'll see.
Oh. Well, I'll be right back.
Right, los dos,
Monterrey, Mexico.
Noche de los Grandes.
Monterrey, Mexico.
See? You got
Lazy Boy. He looks like a child.
UFC flyweight champion.
Yeah.
Cero miedo.
Well, I'll be right back. Yeah, they're just going over what's gonna happen in a couple weeks.
No, next week.
Oh, next week. Okay.
Yeah. Remember?
Yes.
It's before Sacrifice.
Right.
Yeah. They are going over the card for, well, a couple matches they're going to have next week. They're going to have Phoenix team up with Mr. Iguana and Lola Vice to take on, I can't remember.
Yeah.
And then you're going to have, of course, Pagano and Psycho Clown defending AAA Tag Championships against Eric and Ivar.
Yep.
And then, of course, we're going to have the presentation of the REYES sword to El Grande Americano heel face, whoever wins this match.
Yes.
So it's the AAA Mega Championship. It's like, the WWE Championship, the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. It's their main championship.
Yeah. Well, he gets a sword though. Something like that.
Yeah, he gets his sword as a trophy, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
And then, he will challenge either Vikingo or Dom at some point down the line. And then, they were showing Noche de la Grandes for a couple months, or next month, or anyways, fairly soon.
Right on.
Seeing as how this is the main event, how's it about?
Fucking right.
A little bit more?
Yes, sir. This is always fun, and just watch Johnny Mundo on a Chris Van Fleet show and talked about a lot of interesting stories and stuff like that, and
Right.
And also 11 years ago, he wrestled in AAA. He is now in CMLL, hence why he had a hair versus hair match, which he obviously lost. He did a video on TikTok, and somebody pointed out, well, a few people actually pointed out that he had a bald spot. So he's like, okay, I guess we're doing a hair versus hair match.
I guess, yeah.
I mean, Kurt Angle did the same thing.
Here's to the start of a really good weekend. We got REYES start off with you can call it a dream match, you could say. Flamer, and Bailey. You go into the 4-way.
Yep.
Then you got this now. Of course, we go into tomorrow night and Revolution.
Yep, that's gonna be awesome too.
And then, yeah, go into week 2 of REYES, and then that Friday is, of course, Sacrifice.
Yes.
So,
Subscribe. Killer Kyle 36.
yes, sir.
Mean Matt's World. Once again, thoughts go out to Phil Campbell's family
Yes.
and the band.
Yeah.
Or what's left of it.
Yeah.
Congratulations to Rat and Link. They celebrated a milestone recently. For good.
2,000 episodes.
That's right, yep.
Yes.
So, here's to you guys. And yeah.
And also, let's go out to Conan.
Yes.
Speedy recovery, my friends.
Yeah.
Get back to, commentating for AAA, and yeah.
Getting old sucks.
Yeah.
Salute.
Salute.
There it is, Mio.
See?
What a match.
Yeah, they did first by Dorian, Omas, Mini Vikingo.
Yeah.
And it was him. Yeah, candlesticks, chairs, trash can. Dom getting split open on top of his head.
Yep.
There was a hell of a fight between Dom and Vikingo, a hell of a match. Still your AAA Mega Champion, Dirty Dom.
Hell yeah, brother. Well, that means he's gonna still wrestle in Mexico, obviously.
Yeah.
But we'll see what happens. Like, yeah, he'll have to lose it at some point.
Right.
But this has been a good first show for REYES.
See?
And yeah, we'll see you next week. We've got Revolution, but also Night 2 for REYES.
They were showing the executive producers. You got, of course, Paul Beck, Triple H, Lee Fitting, Mark Calloway, The Undertaker.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's gonna be, again, a good couple weeks.
Yes, sir.
So, for Killer Kyle, I mean Matt, adios.
Adios, amigos.
So you know that them cutting WCW was a long time coming. I don't think that's the case at all. If you look at some of this earlier interviews that